Welcome to week 6. Alright, we're going to get started into using both HTML and CSS. We've already worked on HTML. We've been tested on it. We worked on CSS. We've been tested on it. And I've given you kind of a bit, like the HTML for the CSS part, and we weren't working with CSS when we were working with HTML. But now what you're going to be doing is you're going to be working with both HTML and CSS from scratch. So you're going to be writing everything. So we're progressively working towards making a website from scratch. So right now, what we're going to give you, you only have one activity for the week, and that will be found, let me see right here, right here. You can kind of see this video, it walks you through. What I'll give you is this Photoshop document right there. So you'll click on this, you'll open up in Photoshop. You will need Photoshop for this activity to extract the images, to extract the colors, to work with the layer comps and everything else, which you'll be introduced to through these videos and everything else. But you'll be given a Photoshop document, which is basically a flat image. I mean, it's got some layers so that you can see what's going on. But then you are going to create the HTML and CSS from that. So visually, you are going to make it look like the PSD. Watch this video. It does give you a lot of good tips. It's only like 8 minutes long. It also mentions right off the bat, hey, get started on this soon. It might take you all week to work on this. So please, oh please, do the reading, start working on the activity, ask me questions right off the bat. My office hour is going to be tomorrow on Tuesday from 8 to 9. So please pop in, try to work this out a little bit before you get there, then start coming in and playing with this and ask me questions over there during my office hour. Down here a little bit further, you have some more resources. So I gave you a different video for notes and layer comps, which you will have to read those in the Photoshop document, and you'll have to be using them. In the future, you'll also be making these. Extracting images, extracting the logo, so basically a JPEG versus a PNG type of a thing. Determining width and height. I get a lot of questions about how in the world am I supposed to know how wide things are or whatever else. There are tools in Photoshop that allow you to kind of see that. And where we're working with a Pixel Perfect website, this is going to be very helpful. Video on how to create repeating background images in Photoshop. Now this is optional. You can see that that bar right there at the top of this website. Sorry, I don't want to open it up right now because I don't have Photoshop open. But behind that, there's a tiled background of honeycombs. You don't have to do this. It's additional learning. You won't be tested on it, but it is interesting to figure out how to do. It's not too bad to figure out either. So play around with this stuff. Watch these videos. They will be very helpful. In day 2, we will still have notes and the question sources and examples, and you will have a quiz. It will kind of overlap a little bit more with day 1's reading, diving deeper into positions and things. So you'll still have that. You won't have another activity though. Once again, this is going to take a lot of time to complete. You want to get started soon. So this will work. You'll keep working on this throughout the whole week, and then in day 3, on Friday, you'll be turning that in by 11:59. If you can turn that in sooner, I'll try to get it graded sooner, and then you will have some feedback a little bit quicker for the demonstration. Now, that's this week. We're going through the whole week working on this Photoshop document, writing the HTML and CSS from scratch, and this will be for your index.html in your practice folder, so that main one that we started off with at the beginning. Week 7, what this is preparing you for is week 7, which is a week-long demonstration. Next week, you will not have any notes, no questions, no additional resources. You're not going to have any additional activities, none of this. It's going to be the last demonstration, and it's going to be a week long. It will open up at 11:59 on this Friday, and it will close at 11:59 next Friday. So what that means is you'll want to get started on that soon. If you come over here to week 7, week-long demonstration page. It will go through and talk about this. And I'll talk about this a little later. I'll make another video for it. But know that you do have a week to complete this, and you will want to know how to do it. Now, there is no, in week 6, there is no practice demonstration like I've done in the past. It really is this week 6, day 1 activity. For this demonstration, I will be giving you a PSD, and you will be creating that PSD. So make sure that you do well on this week's activity, because that will prepare you for next week's demonstration. That's really it. Remember, please get help from the tutor, myself, your peers, and please stop by my office hours. That would be great.